Before we start on today's concept development, I want to review something we did earlier in the year. We divided decimals by a single digit whole number. So let's just take a look at that real briefly today. We're going to follow our long division steps, okay, just like always. How many times does 5 go into 6? It only goes in one time. And 1 times 5 is 5. Now we subtract. 6 minus 5 is 1. Guys, we're going to bring down that 3/10. Okay? We need to make sure that we understand that this is the tenths place. Okay? So now we are trying to figure out how many times does 5 go into 1 3/10, or 13/10 is another way I can rename that. 5 goes into 13/10 2 times, or 2, and it equals 2/10. 2 times 5, or 2/10 times 5 is 10/10, and we subtract, we get 3/10. Well, because we are dividing a decimal by a whole number, remember our decimal goes straight up? You remember that. But we also don't want a remainder. We don't want a remainder because we have a decimal in our dividend. So what can we do to our dividend without changing its value so that we have something to bring down? Yeah, you remembered. Good job. So I can put a 0 here, and it will not change the value of 6 3/10, because 6 3/10 is equivalent to 6 30/100. Now I have that 0 to bring down, and now I have 30/100 divided by 5, and that equals 6/100. 6 times 5 is 30, and we subtract, and now I have nothing left over. So 6 3/10, or 6 30/100 divided by 5 is 1 26/100. That is my quotient. Thanks for reviewing with me. Click on the next slide, and we'll get busy with dividing by 2-digit divisors.